How does Google Ads work? What's up, everybody? My name is Morii Malveaux. Welcome to the Morii Media YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about how Google Ads works. Now, if you hear me saying PPC a lot in the video, it literally means the same thing. It stands for pay per click, and that is Google Ads. So they're interchangeable, just letting you know. All right, let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, so how does PPC work step by step? So to understand how this works in a nutshell, let's follow a simple process. So let's say you decide to advertise your services on Google and you set up a campaign. You set up a search campaign, for example. A potential customer searches for your product or service on Google, and pretty much their search triggers your ad to appear. So let's say, for example, over here to the right, somebody searches where to print pictures, and you're running a campaign on photo printer. You own a photo printer business, or your client owns a photo printing business, and you set up this ad. Okay. All right. So when someone types in where to print pictures, your ad is shown in the search results, and you only pay if that person clicks on your. All right, I hope you are enjoying the video so far and getting good, valuable information. Now, I just want to let you know that I did create a Google Ads workbook along with a search ads readiness that will be located in the Skool platform, in which you can go there, you can download the workbook, actually do the workbook and apply it to a real or fictional business and determine if Google search is right for that business. Highly encourage you to go check it out. That will be in the Skool. The link will be in the description down below for you to join for free. Your ad. Okay, so the whole process is essentially a auction. It's essentially an auction, much like a traditional auction where people bid against each other. So they bid against each other. Similar to that, Google actually runs a automatic auction system. Okay, and in Google Ads search campaign, you bid on keywords. So the search terms you want to be associated with your ad. So you tell Google the maximum amount you're willing to pay for each click to your website. Okay, so every time a user performs a search for a keyword in your campaign, in your ad copy or keyword that you are bidding on, so every time a user performs a search for a keyword in your campaign, it triggers an auction between you and your competitors. So that's pretty much what that's pretty much how PPC works. So number one, you set up an ad campaign. Number two, users search for your service. Number three, your ad appears. And then number four, you only pay when the ad is clicked on. Okay, so while this is going on, pay-per-click PPC is running a keyword auction. So you bid on terms that matter to your business. All right. So, and as you can see here, directly underneath your ad, you do have keywords throughout your text, throughout your ad copy that is focused on what that person types into the search engine. So as you can see, we have print pictures, and then we have print, photo, prints, photo. So even though it may not say pictures directly, photos is still something that is related to pictures. Google is pretty smart at this point. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Now, if you are new to marketing and sales, if you are new to marketing, the sales and marketing funnel might be a new concept for you. If you have a background in marketing, then you have definitely seen this funnel before. Maybe not this exact picture, but you definitely know what the marketing funnel is. Okay, so this funnel is a way to understand your total markets and the different stages that your customer goes through. So the different customer consideration stages. Okay, so the top of the funnel, as you can see here, is normally where we're building awareness. Okay, so at the very top you have awareness. So any marketing that you do here, it needs to be aimed to make people aware of who you are, your brand, what you have to offer. So people don't always know they have a problem or a need for a product right away. So for example, a person may not need a new car today, okay, but they are aware of a car manufacturer like Toyota. This is because companies like Toyota do a lot of awareness marketing. So through channels like print ads, billboards, TV, or online banners to generate that brand recognition. Okay. So while it's important, this doesn't always lead to leads immediately. This is not, when it comes to the top of the funnel, you're not going to be getting leads. It's not going to always lead to immediate sales. So you need to make people move further down the funnel. You need to make them move further down, so that way it's kind of like an 80-20 rule, okay? 80% of your profit is going to come from 20% of your leads, okay? Next, we have the middle of the funnel. So the middle of the funnel is more so like interest and consideration. Okay, so once people are aware of your brand, they move into consideration stage, and they might start looking at content related to your product or your service. This can involve reading articles, signing up for an email newsletter, or downloading resources. All right. Next, last but not least, we have the bottom of the funnel. Now, this is where the conversion happens. Okay. So in the conversion stage is where PPC truly excels, along with other channels like search engine optimization, SEO. PPC targets people that are ready to make a purchase. So this is what makes it such a powerful channel, because we're going to be waiting right there at the bottom, like, okay, time for you to sign up. Okay. So just a quick recap. Top of the funnel is all about awareness, building that brand recognition. Bottom of the funnel is more so like considering, they're evaluating their options. And then bottom of the funnel is conversions. They are ready to make a purchase. So this is where PPC normally shines. They target customers at the bottom of the funnel, which is a way that they're able to reach people that are actively searching for solutions, which as a result, they're able to drive high intent traffic that is already ready to convert. All right. Now, let's talk about some of the powers and the limitations of PPC. Now, just like everything else, we have pros and cons. So, PPC allows you to be in the front of your customers at the very moment that they are actively looking for your service, which is super, super, super powerful. So, some of the things that let's talk about the power. So, let's talk about how PPC is highly targeted. So, your keywords are a direct reflection of how people are searching for your services. So essentially, you want to reverse engineer the customer's journey and appearing right in front of them with the right keywords at the right time. Okay. Not only that, another power dynamic of PPC is that it's measurable, and you're able to get data-driven results. So you can track every penny you spend, which is able to be tracked and measurable. You can see which clicks are converting and which are not. The ones that are not converting, you can choose to end those ads. The ones that are converting, you can continue to run those ads. Okay. So essentially, it's allowing you to optimize your campaign performance based on the data. And then number 3, you're able to have a high return on ad spend, which is super great. We call it ROAS. Compared to traditional awareness marketing, where you might be promoting content on thousands or millions of people who aren't even in your target market, PPC allows you to actually reach people at the point of interest, right? So it allows you to reach people that are actually interested in what you have to offer. So this results in a much higher return on your advertising spend for small to medium-sized businesses that need a return on investment over a shorter period. So you don't need to have a budget for a massive TV promotion or a massive TV campaign or billboard campaign. PPC is PPC is a very valuable tool to have. Okay. Now, let's talk about the limitations. While I give praise to the power of PPC, as the kids may put it, I have been glazing pay-per-click PPC advertising. It's also important to acknowledge the limitations that PPC has. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to start with the limited reach. Okay, so Google Ads can only target people who are actively searching for your service, which is a good thing, but this means that it reaches a limit. So it cannot find people who have a need for your product but haven't yet began to search for a solution. Okay, so that's kind of like the flip side of it. So for search ads in particular, you won't be able to reach these people. Okay, so if again, you won't be able to reach people that are not actively looking for the product or service that you offer. Okay, another thing is that it requires a strong conversion ready website. So I've audited a lot of Google Ads accounts and websites, and a lot of local businesses don't have the best website that is good for conversion. Okay, so later on in the training, I'll be showing you an example of what a bad website looks like versus what a conversion ready website looks like. Okay, so if you're a client or you are planning to run pay-per-click ads, it's very important to have a strong conversion ready website. Okay, yeah, so in summary, Google Ads is the best PPC product on the market. It offers highly targeted and measurable campaigns and high conversion rates because it puts you in front of customers that are already looking for the product or service that you have to offer in that exact moment. So, however, it's not ideal for branding. It's not ideal for brand buildings. It's primarily able to reach people who are already aware of their need and who are actively searching for your solution.